Hello friends, welcome for this lecture. Today we are going to see the EMF equation of an alternator. Okay, before going to discuss about the EMF equation of an alternator, we'll discuss about the frequency of induced EMF of an alternator. Okay, so let's take P is the number of poles. Okay, N is the speed of the rotor in RPM. Okay, F is the frequency of induced EMF. Okay, and then one mechanical revolution of a rotor, okay, one mechanical revolution of a rotor is equal to P by 2 cycles of electrical. Okay, P by 2 cycles of electrical. Therefore P by 2 electrical cycles per revolution, there are P by 2 electrical cycles per revolutions. And then as a speed is n rpm, okay, in 1 second, that is given by, for a complete cycle, that is given by n by 60. Okay, so therefore what we can do is we can define a frequency that is given as electrical cycles per second. So what we can do is frequency can be defined like a multiplication of number of electrical cycles per revolutions into number of revolutions per second. Okay, so number of electrical cycles per revolution is P by 2 and number of revolutions per second is n by 60. So multiply those two, P by 2 into n by 60, you get a F, that is a frequency of the system. F is equal to Pn divided by 120 and it is measured in hertz, that is nothing but your cycles per second. Okay, then now once we have found out the frequency, so we can speak about the synchronous speed. That is what is the synchronous speed is for a fixed number of poles. Okay, for a fixed number of poles, alternator has to be rotated at a particular speed. Okay, at a particular speed to keep the frequency constant. Okay, to keep the frequency generated frequency of the generated EMF to be constant at a required value. Such a speed is called as synchronous speed. Okay, so that is given by Ns is equal to 120 F by P, where F is the required rated frequency. Remember, in our nation, in India, frequency of an alternating EMF is the standard, that is 50 hertz. Okay, to get a 50 hertz frequency for a different number of poles, if can to get a frequency 50 hertz, okay, for a different number of poles, then your alternator should drive at a different speeds, okay, called synchronous speeds. Okay, for example, for a number of poles, see, number of poles, if there are 2 and for a frequency, constant frequency 50 hertz, then synchronous speed will be around 3000 rpm. Okay, substitute P is equal to 2 and F is equal to 50. Then if you have substituted 120 into 50 divided by 2, then it is 60, 6 5 are 30, so 3000 rpm. Suppose for 4 pole, okay, 50 hertz, then Ns will be, substitute all the values, it will be 1500 rpm. For 8 poles, then it will be 750 rpm and so on. Okay, so this is about a synchronous speed. Remember, such a machine being a fixed relationship between P, N, F is called as a synchronous machine. Okay, and hence the alternator are called as synchronous generators. Okay, now we'll discuss the pitch factor, that is Kc and Kd. Okay, just we are going to discuss, define it, and then we'll deal with the EMF equation. So for that we require these things. Okay, therefore, right, Kc is the factor, pitch factor, or you can call it as a coil span factor, that is defined as Kc is equal to cos alpha by 2. Okay, where alpha is the beta into number of slots by which coils are short pitched. Okay, and then or you can define that alpha is equal to 180 degree minus actual coil span of the coil. Okay, and then what is this distribution factor, that is represented by Kd. Okay, Kd is given by sine, it is the ratio of sine mb divided by 2 whole divided by m into sine beta by 2. Okay, here it is beta, sorry, where m is the slots per, where m is the slots per pole per phase, beta is the slot angle. Okay, and then slot angle, that is defined as 180 by n, and n is the slots per pole. Okay, and this is the factor by which there is a reduction in the EMF due to distribution of a coil is called as a distribution factor. Okay, similarly the factor by which, okay, here the factor by which induced EMF gets reduced, okay, due to a short pitching is called pitch factor. Here is also same, the EMF is going to reduce, it is due to distribution of the coils. Okay, distribution of the coil, here it is due to short pitching. Okay, here also EMF reduces because of a short pitching, here also EMF induces because of distribution of coils. Okay, so these two are the factors which we require most, Kc and Kd. Remember, multiplication of this Kc into Kd we get as a Kw, that is called as a winding factor. If they have not specified winding factor in numericals, you can assume it as 1. If they have specified, it is well and good. If not, you have to assume it as 1. Okay, and most of the times Kc will be equal to 1, like full pitch if they mention, that is equal to 1. Okay, and for a connected winding Kd will be 1, therefore Kw can be taken as 1. Okay, so if they have specified the values you can mention, if not then you have to assume as 1. Now let's see the EMF equation of an alternator. Okay, so to derive that equation, let's take phi is the flux per pole in Webers. Okay, P is the number of poles what we require, Ns is the synchronous speed in RPM, F is the frequency induced of a induced EMF in Hertz, Z is the total number of conductors, Z phase is the conductor per phase. Okay, Z phase is given by Z divided by 3, Z is the total number of conductors. Okay, a number of phases will be equal to 3. Every time whenever you are taking per phase, if you are calculating, you have to do Z total conductors divided by 3. Okay, consider a single conductor placed in a slot. Okay, consider only one conductor is placed in a slot. The average value of EMF induced in a conductor is given by d phi by dt, as we know, right? So for one revolution of a conductor, okay, for one revolution of a conductor, average voltage per conductor will be given by flux cut in one revolution divided by time taken for one revolution. Okay, let's calculate what is the flux cut by the one revolution and time taken for the one revolution. So total flux cut in one revolution will be equal to phi into number of poles, P. Okay, this factor we have got. Next is time taken for one revolution is 60 by ns. Okay, 60 by ns. Therefore substitute both the values, that is average voltage per conductor is given by phi p divided by 60 by ns. So this ns can be sent to a numerator, therefore it will be phi p ns divided by 60. But as we know, the formula for frequency is F is equal to P into Ns divided by 120. This 120 can be written as 2 into 60. Okay, so PNS divided by 60 can be written as, take this to this side, it will be 2F. Okay, so let's call this equation number 1. Okay, which is E average per conductor, and let's take this equation number as 2. Therefore from equation number these two, that is 1 and 2, what we can write is E average of per conductor will be equal to phi, okay, phi into, instead of in the place of P and S divided by 60 you substitute 2F. Okay, so from this you can write, so phi, okay, phi into 2F by this frequency formula. right? So assume full pitch winding, that is this conductor is connected to a conductor which is 180-degree electrical apart. So there will be two EMFs will be producing. Okay, so therefore that is EMF per turn. Okay, EMF per turn can be taken as 2 EMF, that is 2 into EMF per conductor. Okay, so 2 into EMF per conductors are nothing but earlier one which we have done it, that is 2 into 2F into 5. Okay, so EMF per turn will be 4F into 5 volts. Okay, let's take TPH be the total number of turns per phase connected in series. Okay, then TPH also comes into EMF. Okay, that is average EMF per phase will be equal to number of turns per phase into average EMF per turn, that is total number of per phase, so number of turns, total number of turns TPH into this EMF is 4F into 5. Okay, so this is your average value. Now we require RMS value. So what we can take is take a pitch factor, that is sorry form factor, which is equal to RMS divided by average value. Okay, value of RMS divided by average value. Okay, so we know RMS value, sorry average value, we require RMS value. Take that RMS value of E phase will be equal to KF into average value. So KF into average value, once we already we know KF is the form factor. Okay, don't confuse with the pitch factor, that is a KP. Okay, and KC and KD we have taken. Here it is a KF, which is form factor, right? KF is nothing but 1.11. Okay, so from therefore by using that formula what we can write is RMS value of EPH will be equal to KF into average value. 1.11 into average value is this one, 4F5 TPH. So E per phase will be equal to 4.44 F5 into TPH. So this is your basic EMF equation of an induced EMF per phase for a full pitch of an alternator. Okay, we supposed to consider like number of turns we have taken, total number of turns as a TPH, but in terms of Z, number of conductors if we have, then it should be number of turns should be equal to conductors per phase divided by 2. Okay, as the two conductors consider one turn, right? So by considering KC and KD, okay, so here in this case if you would like to express in Z, then you have to express ZPH divided by 2, right? So now by considering KC and KD, okay, those factors also affecting your induced EMF, therefore these two factors also we have to consider, where KC is the pitch factor or a coil span factor, and KD is the distribution factor. So these two factors are going to affect your EMF, induced EMF, so we are supposed to consider those two. So when you are considering, then your EMF equation will be EPH will be equal to 4.44. Consider these two terms, KD into, sorry, it should be KC into KD. Okay, sorry, KC into KD, F into 5 into TPH. Okay, so for a full pitch coil KC will be equal to 1, and for concentrated winding KD will be equal to 1. Okay, this is your alternating EMF equation of an alternator. So suppose a star connection. Okay, for the star connection, delta connection, to both voltage will be same, EL will be equal to E phase, but for a star connection E line will be equal to root 3 times of your E phase. Therefore E line will be equal to root 3 times of this same formula, root 3 times of 4.44 KC KD F5 TPH. Okay, as we know the product of KC into KD will be KW, that is the winding factor. So therefore in this place you can replace KW. Okay, therefore E phase will be equal to 4.44 kW into F phi TPH. So in the star connection E line, if you would like to calculate, then it will be root 3 times of 4.44 kW F phi into TPH. Okay, so as we have said, kW will be assumed as 1 if they have not specified. If they have given, then we have to take the given values. Okay, thank you.